serious. How did it end up making it?
My name is Pastor Ladi Thompson. Have general oversight over the Living Waters Unlimited Church. We're here in the Solo branch where we have a very dynamic listener here, Pastor Prosper.
Just concluded elections. What is your assessment? INEC.
I think we shouldn't bother to assess INEC. I will tell you why. If God came to Nigeria today and looked at the elections, and looked at INEC, and looked at the church, who do you think God is going to ask for what is happening in Nigeria? God is going to ask the church. Now, the church was so divided. It was not INEC that divided the church. The church is supposed to be the pillar and the ground of truth. The church is supposed to supply the country with counsel. Now, all this the church failed to do, woefully. Not only that, the church went after Mammon. The church went and surrendered to Satan, prominent pulpits, left, right, and center, bowed to Satan, and Mammon began to instruct them. And as they spoke, inspired by Mammon from diverse prominent pulpits, people were being carried away. Now, the terrible thing about all this is that since the church refused to tell the mind of God to the people, then INEC became relevant. Whereas INEC should not be that relevant when the church, the ground and the pillar of the truth, takes its place. Don't forget that it is the church that is the light of the world, not INEC. If you ask me, I think INEC performed excellently well according to what any set of persons bereft of divine wisdom can do. The grounds were polluted, the churches are divided, ministries are divided, brother fight against brother in church. The church was supporting all sorts of murder, church was supporting iniquity, church was giving light for darkness, was giving darkness for light, was calling bitter sweet and calling sweet bitter. The church was giving night for day and giving day for night. Now, when the church can do that, it is a miracle at all that, except for again the mercy of God, the amount of bloodshed that would have weighted Nigeria during this past election would have been something else. I commend, maybe you don't know, but for a week before elections, I was interviewed and I was asked, and I said the best thing for this country, even though I spoke as a consultant in that particular program, I did ask that they should postpone elections. I was even looking at 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And I remember that initially INEC said, no, we're not postponing elections the next morning after the interview. But they relented later and postponed the elections for 1 week. That 1 week made all the difference. The amount of blood that would have been shed had the elections gone forth would have been something else. So, in many ways, don't forget that their heart is in God's hand and God turns it which way He likes. So we should even give a pass mark to INEC, but when we look at the Nigerian church, we should cover our faces with shame. And if we continue in this trajectory, the results will be terrible. I'm talking about the church and professing Christians in Nigeria.
So what can be done now to help the church?
The church should listen to God. The church needs to just go back. God has been speaking. God has been saying the same thing over and over again in different ways, but the church has refused to listen to God. The church has bowed to Mammon. Instead of the church to just listen to what God has to say, the church has not only bowed to Mammon, it has taught people to bow to Mammon. The church has polluted the altar. The church has taught people trickery, games, and all are just after getting money. God has spoken to this country. Nobody can claim not to have heard what God said to this country. So all we need to do is to go back to what God told the country. The difference between Christianity and Islam in Nigeria is that there's an element in Christianity that speaks of a degree of volition and voluntary service, which is the only thing accepted to God. So a lot of the bodies you are talking about have actually been very effective in times past. In ages past, they were very effective. But in recent years, the people have very little respect for CAN and for PFM in recent times. And it's even getting worse because there's a younger generation. I mean, when we take away those of us who are like elders who, in the church now, you look at those who are in their 50s, early 50s, 40s, their 30s, their 20s, let me assure you, they have absolutely no respect whatsoever for PFN or CAN and all that. So, until we bring to the fore, the church comes up with a minister who demonstrates the authority of heaven, you cannot legislate Christianity with decrees coming from the mouths of mere men. You'll find out that the people of God in Nigeria will respond when the word of God comes and it is backed up by God himself.